YouTube, how's it going? Ramjet fan here with another episode, and on this one we're going to talk about the glowing reviews that Troy Aikman gave the Jets today on Get Up. Before we get started, hit that like button down below, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do, help out a fellow Jet YouTuber. I know you got a million to choose from, and appreciate you choosing me. So let's get into it. Today on Get Up, they had Troy Aikman on, and he actually had a glowing review to talk about the Jets. When asked what were the expectations for the Jets, I think his idea of success for the Jets this season kind of is in line with what us Jets fans are realistically expecting. Make it to the playoffs, maybe make a deep run, and Super Bowl championship. He was asked about the division, with the Bills and everything like that. And, again, he kind of echoed what us Jets fans are feeling. The Bills, they've been the top dog for a few years now. Just can't get over that hump, losing in AFC championship games. But the fact that they got worse this season, and really the past couple of seasons, they've consistently gotten just a little bit worse in offseason while still being on top of the AFC East. I said in my last video, Buffalo, they do not scare me. We beat Josh Allen and the Bills last season with the worst quarterback play in NFL with Zach Wilson. And I have no doubt in my mind that we can do it again with Aaron Rodgers. And like I said in my last video, this is the reason why you go out and put all your chips in the middle of the table for a guy like Aaron Rodgers. The AFC, it's a gauntlet. You have guys like, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, the list goes on, Justin Herbert. And so you need a guy like Aaron Rodgers to come in and compete. And I think, like I said, Troy Aikman's idea of success for this season for the Jets really aligns with what us Jets fans want. I think first and foremost, we just want to win the AFC East, get a home playoff game for the first time since 2002. And then from there, who knows? Anything can happen in the playoffs. But, it's playoffs or bust. Some would say Super Bowl or bust, or AFC champions or bust. But, it's definitely playoffs or bust. And I think right now with the weapons we have, Garrett Wilson was the Offensive Rookie of the Year last season, led all rookies with in receiving yards with just over 1,100 with the worst quarterback play in football. So you bring in a guy like Aaron Rodgers who can hit those, get him the ball, find him in the open field, get him the ball, give him opportunities to score with the ball, and really get some yak. I think. And then you have a guy like Breece Hall, who probably would have won Offensive Rookie of the Year if he didn't get hurt in Week 5 against Denver. This team is loaded. This team is loaded. And then, you look at complimentary guys like Alan Lazard, Corey Davis, Mecole Hardman, and then the tight end room, Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzomah, Zach Kuntz. What can he do this season? I think, Aaron Rodgers is really going to advocate to get him some more playing time, because I think he's really just going to love throwing that ball up to him in the corner of the red zone. That really the weapons weren't the problem last season, and they're not the problem this season. It was two things. It was staying healthy, and of course the quarterback play. And it's really refreshing to see a commentator like Troy Aikman, who had such a successful career and is one of the better commentators in football, really give the Jets their due diligence. I posted my video yesterday about how just ridiculous some of these comments are from sports analysts. Colin Cowherd, another one, and just, the list goes on for that. But I'm really excited. And something else I really want to go over is that really is the difference maker for this football team this season is we have 6 primetime games. Aaron Rodgers has won 13 or 14 straight primetime games. Now, you can look at his home record of 91-23-1, but again, that was at Lambeau Field. So will that translate to MetLife and the Jets? Who knows? We hope so. But one thing that does translate to different fields and different teams is that primetime playoff win streak that he has. Um, he just comes in clutch, and that's what, again, that was the difference maker that we really could have used last season. Just I'm excited to see what will happen. I think that Bills game week 1, could we lose it? Sure. Could we start the season 3-4, 4-3? Sure. But I think this team has the talent, and something that's kind of is being overlooked is the fact that Rodgers doesn't have to learn a new system. He has some of his guys in, like Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, to help teach the system to some of these younger guys, some of these guys who've never been in a similar system before. So keeping that continuity within your playmakers, I think, is absolutely huge. Especially, the beginning of the season is when even the good teams, Chiefs, Eagles, whoever it is, it may take them a second to click. And then you have a team like the Bills who, second year without Brian Daboll, and that obviously affected Josh Allen, as we saw last season. You don't have Leslie Frazier there anymore. With the Chiefs, you don't have. It's a new OC over there. Granted, you still have Andy Reid, probably the best coach in football. But I mean, it may take time for these guys, for these teams to gel and really get going. And I'm not saying it'll take till week 10, 11. It may take only 2-3 weeks or whatever. But this is the time to take advantage if you're the New York Jets, because you have a top 5 quarterback in NFL history who's coming into the same system, who knows the system, has a rapport with some of the playmakers, with his offensive coordinator, and that's huge. That is something that can definitely be a giant benefactor for this team, especially early in the season. It may take the whole team to maybe gel for a couple of weeks, but you had that reliability of Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard, that familiarity with Lazard and Cobb, and you have that. So at least you have 2 weapons that you can go to in the meantime while other players catch up. And like I said, with Nathaniel Hackett, being the OC, he has familiarity with him. He knows his cadences, his plays. And having Aaron Rodgers out there in the field, it's like having a second offensive coordinator. I'm really excited to see that Aaron Rodgers changing plays at the line of scrimmage. That's something we haven't seen, especially with a rookie head coach, and then a rookie OC and Mike LaFleur, and then Zach Wilson not really being able to put things together. Even with Mike White and Joe Flacco came in, you still didn't see changing plays at the line of scrimmage, and all of his fans were able to see, they're stacking the box, or they have 5 back or whatever. Why would you not change the play? And it was just that confidence level that wasn't there in years past that they have now. And so I think having a continuity, having that familiarity is really going to do wonders. Like I said, especially for in the beginning of the season. Looking at, and I talked about this yesterday, looking at that first eight games of the season, is it a tough season? Is it a gauntlet through the first 8 games? Yeah, absolutely. But when you have a guy like Aaron Rodgers and his pedigree and all of his accomplishments out there on the field, you definitely have a lot more secure feeling knowing that, okay, we can go toe-to-toe with any team. It's not like Zach Wilson last year or the year prior where it's like, okay, we can win this game if A through Z go right. So now, another thing that really helps the Jets is you have that continuity on defense as well. 9 of the 11 starters are coming back, so you have 9 guys who know the defense, know the system, know the play changes, know the cadences, know the verbiage of the defense coming back, and so you can rely on that familiarity and that continuity within the offense between Aaron Rodgers, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Nathaniel Hackett. You can have that confidence in the continuity as well as the continuity on defense because they've been here for at least 2 seasons, most of them, in that that familiarity with the defense. So, I mean, really, all we have to do in the beginning of the season is just play smart ball, don't turn the ball over, which Aaron Rodgers doesn't really do, which is huge, and health. Health, especially to this offensive line, and honestly, we go toe to toe with any team. Could we lose to the Chiefs? Could we lose to the Eagles? Absolutely, but I think, like, again, we those are two teams we can go toe to toe with. I don't really see any blowouts on the Jets this season. I could be wrong, but it's just exciting, and like I said, to have someone like Troy Aikman, who has won Super Bowls, who has the accolades that he has, and is again one of the better commentators in football. Very smart, knows his stuff, can see things developing before it's actually developed. Kind of give his praise a little bit, and give his confidence to the Jets that he believes that they can make a run this season and possibly next season, and really, but at the same time be level-headed enough to kind of be on board with where Jets fans are now. And we expect the playoffs, but we can make a serious run and really a good chance at winning the AFC East and hopefully getting that first home playoff game since, again, 2002. It's us Jets fans. We deserve it. We need it, and I think this is the year to do it. And hopefully next year, hopefully there's 3 years Aaron Rodgers, but especially this year. So that's all I got. Just wanted to give, a little recap of what Troy Aikman said and what I believe to be true for the season going forward, at least for the beginning of the season. I'm probably not going to post anything tomorrow. If I don't, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Again, like, share, subscribe, and help a fellow Jet YouTuber out. There's probably going to be a little bit of change coming up with branding and stuff like that. I'm going to tweak some things to try to improve this page and this platform. So comment down below. What do you think? What do you think the Jets' record is going to be for the first 8 games? Do you think Troy Aikman is correct in his analysis? Do you think he's giving a little too much praise? Do you think he's kind of being a negative Nancy? Tell me what you think. What do you think do you think we can beat the Chiefs? Do you think we're going to beat the Eagles, Cowboys, Bills, whoever? So just let me know in the comments down below. Until then, let's go Jets.